Welcome back. It's the greatest month of the year, October, and it's time to try to hit 100 horror films in 31-day viewings. And I've done it for a number of years now and posted videos every day and talked about the film. So this gives me an opportunity to kind of review some of the films and let you know my thoughts on them, as well as challenge myself to hit the 100. I've done it for the last 4 years now, and I've got a plan to achieve 100 this year. Yesterday, by the way, all this happens on if you're interested, on the DVD Talk forums website, and it's just for fun. People get on and tell what their watches were and things like that. Uh, so each day has a theme, and it also has a key subset pick of a major film for each theme each day that you have to watch, as well as you don't have to do it, obviously, but I try to do it. Each day's theme, watch films that are based on the theme, including the subset pick. This whole thing started, or it starts on the evening of the 30th. So last night it technically started, and it runs through the morning of the 31st. Yesterday's theme was the Criterion horror films released on Criterion label, and so I actually got in a few watches yesterday that I was going to share with you. First up what other way to start off the horror challenge but with Night of the Living Dead, the classic original film, and this is the Criterion release. I actually watched the work print this time. I watched the Night of Anubis work print, which is on here, and it's rough. Obviously all the edits and hard edits and cuts are in it. It's a 16 millimeter print that was hard edited back in the day before all the computer editing that goes on now. But still, it's interesting. A reel 2 was missing. It still runs like 126 minutes. It was an interesting look at a film I've watched many, many times, just to see what that work print looked like as opposed to the final product. It was just intellectual curiosity more than anything else. Great film, 9 out of 10. This release has multiple audio commentaries. It's got the port over with George Romero that probably everyone's heard, and a bunch of special features on a separate disc. So yeah, it's typical of Criterion. It's a well done, well produced Blu-ray. So that's 9 out of 10 Criterion. The next up is this came out on Laserdisc, if people remember Laserdisc, and it's a film I haven't seen in a long while, and that was Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Interesting sidebar, I was just out 2 weeks ago, I guess, in Napa, and I didn't get to go to Coppola's winery, but I was definitely wish I had. He apparently has a winery and a house out there. Anyway, this is a film that I would like. This is 1993. This is a film that I would like to. I wish I liked it more than I do. I just don't like it. I don't hate it. And I think Gary Oldman was fantastic as Dracula. I don't like the makeup I don't like the makeup and the special effects in some of this. And I definitely think Winona Ryder tanked the film. I think Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves were miscast, and to some extent, Anthony Hopkins was. He was flat in this. I thought he was flat. It was one of my least favorite Anthony Hopkins roles. Is the Doctor Van Helsing. I just don't. I thought he came off flat in this, and maybe other people feel differently. But certainly I think when I think about why I don't like this film, and by the way, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not like I hate it, but Winona Ryder definitely just was, so some of it with her is cringeworthy. The love story, which basically this is a love story. The emphasis on this was a love story, but if you want a Dracula love story, watch Frank Langella's Dracula. Now that's damn good. That is really good. I saw that in the theaters, and at the time it came out, it got panned quite a bit because it was really focused on the love aspects. But I think it's the right blend of love and violence and for a Dracula film. This tries to do it. I just don't buy the love affair between Winona and Gary Oldman, and it's mainly because I think Winona's just kind of cringeworthy in this. So yeah. Anyway, not to belabor it, I don't like some of the makeup and special effects, and I don't like Winona Ryder in it. And as much as I want to like it, I just can't get past it. So there you go. Dracula, 1993. Next up, Häxan, 1922 silent film from, I think it's Dutch director Benjamin Christensen. And it's the first time that I really sat down, and I've seen pieces of this, and I think many years ago I think I saw it all the way through. But this is the first time I really sat down and really focused and watched it. It's a masterpiece. It is. He is way ahead. He was way ahead of his time. A la Phantom Carriage, if you want to know another film that's way ahead of its. This is a great witchcraft story. It starts out kind of in a documentary fashion. It's in parts, and the first part kind of gives you a documentary kind of look at exploration of witchcraft through the ages, and then it kind of goes into more of a dramatical representation of witchcraft and and more importantly what happens to back in the medieval times, what happened to people that were determined to be witches, and they were tortured, till they confessed. It was a great film, and this print is unbelievable. I mean, it's amazing what they did to restore a 1922 film. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. This has a great audio commentary track on it, which I listened to, and it's got a little booklet, which was very good reading. And then finally, there's a cut of the film from 1960, which is it's got a musical jazz. It's like a much shorter version. This was an hour 46 minutes. Witchcraft Through the Ages, released in the 60s, is like, I don't know, 75 minutes, and it's got a jazzy score to it, which I didn't really like that much. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. One other thing I wanted to share with you before I get off here, and is before the challenge I watched, it's kind of something that had been sitting in my unwatched pile for a long time, and it really wish I hadn't done that. And that's the Inner Sanctum Mysteries with Lon Chaney. I really enjoyed these. It's 6 films. They're all short. They're like an hour long. But basically it showcases Lon Chaney, Evelyn Ankers, and J. Carrol Naish in a variety of stories, Inner Sanctum stories. And they're all tame stuff. This is not, Wolfman or Frankenstein. It's all murder mysteries and psychological stuff, but it's well done, well acted, and they're short, nice, tight, tight films. I mean, it's Lon Chaney, I think, kind of sometimes will get belabored about his acting, but these are. I thought he did great in these, and the interplay between him and J. Carrol Naish and Evelyn Ankers was fantastic. Sometimes he's the good guy, sometimes he's the bad guy. A lot of it's very like a whodunit murder mystery style film with a lot of psychological undertones. I really enjoyed them. They're fun, quick watches. So I highly recommend. If you don't have this set, I think you can pick it up pretty cheap. But yeah, these I watched all 6 of these. They're really, really good. I give all of them 7 out of 10. Okay, that's going to do it for day. Well, not this is really pre-day 1, the Criterion day. I will be back to review officially day 1 watches tomorrow. Thanks for watching.